Alright, this is the Killtacular Mod Preview, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed making the mod. Alright, so this is a weapons test of all the weapons and vehicles. We are going to be using Spartans to test the weapons on. Alright, this is the laser rifle. It's a very fun weapon, doesn't take much to kill someone with. Pretty fast, basic weapon. This next one you probably will enjoy. It's a very, very cool effect. And that is called Leech Rifle. And it literally blows people up. So, it's pretty cool. Alright, next up we have the Napalm Grenade. These are pretty interesting. I'm pretty sure they've been thought out, but not quite as much as I have. They create a huge fireball, and that kills anyone in a radius that you're about to see. It's a pretty good weapon. However, you can jump just as high as it explodes. Okay, so here we have a long line of Spartans, and they're going to be used to show the most powerful weapon in the game, called the X-Shotty, which is an automatic shotgun. Now, it can unload all its ammo in about 2 seconds. Yes, this lags the game a bit, but I don't expect anyone to actually do that. So, it's used for defeating vehicles because of its excellent firing, and also in the later version of the game, it has a kick ability which brings the barrel up a bit. Now, the problem with it is that you have to reload every single individual shot, which, as you can see, takes a very, very long time. Alright, well, now that that's finished, we're going to move on. Okay, so this is the plasma pistol, which is now called the multi-gun, and it has 2 shots. One, you can shoot 3 camouflages, and that can camouflage your team for stealth attack, or you can charge it up and shoot a large disabling shot which takes out their shields, knocks them stunned for a second, and forces them around. So that's useful. Okay, this is the laser chainsaw, one of the first weapons in the game. It can basically cut people apart, and once you click the button, it keeps going. Has infinite ammo, never overheats, very useful. You actually start out with this in Slayer. It's a very cool weapon. This is a really interesting one. The rocket launcher didn't change much except for 3 big differences. The first one is it has infinite ammo. As you can see, it regrows ammo at the top of the screen. After you fire, half a second later, your ammo replenishes. Now, the other difference is it has a larger radius of explosion, which is useful, although it fires a lot slower. Now, the third difference is very interesting. The rocket travels on a different course than the real rocket. As you can see, it went above, but it actually went below. It went through the cliff, yet it went behind the cliff. Interesting. This is, without a doubt, the most fun weapon of the game. The sound cannon fires a super high velocity shot that forces objects all over the place. Now, you only get 13 shots, but it has a ×5 zoom, and as you can see, it is extremely effective against vehicles. Because of its high velocity shots, you can knock any vehicle out of the air almost instantly. Now, this next weapon I consider the one with the best effects, and they took the longest to make, and this is the fusion grenade. As you can see, when you drop down, it looks really, really cool. And it's got a massive blast radius, and it will instantly kill everything inside that blast radius, plus knock vehicles around. However, the time limit for the explosion is slightly longer than before. This is the pistol, which is silenced, so if you could hear the game, you wouldn't actually hear much. You'd just hear a little put. The person that you're hitting would actually hear more. And pistol now takes 7 shots. Headshots don't matter. It can be a head or body shot. It retains its 2x zoom, which is kind of nice. And also, it fires twice as fast at 7 shots per second. So, if you're really, really good with the pistol, you can still kill someone in 1 second. Plus, it has almost perfect accuracy, which is really useful too. Okay, so now let's move on to vehicles. This is the Raptor, which is the new flying vehicle, and has a one-time, almost napalm grenade attack, and can only be used once per spawn vehicle. Its primary attack, which is the machine guns, don't work very well, and they work even worse when you're flying, because you fly extremely fast. Now, instead of flying, you can hover by pressing back. You won't move at all, but you're completely open to enemy fire. However, it's a lot easier to shoot stuff now. As you can see, the timer for the secondary shot is still going. Alright, so this is the civilian hog, the back seat. You can use your own weapons in third-person view. You can't fire behind, though, so that's a little bit kind of sucks. The side seat is exactly the same as before, no changes there. And then you have the driver's seat, which drives the hog. The hog's a little different because it has no turret. It's a little bit lighter and quite a bit faster actually. And what's really interesting is it slides a bunch too. So when you're turning, you got to be a little bit careful. Now, in just a second, we're about to see one of the more interesting things about the vehicles. If you run into anyone with the vehicles, there is a large explosion that kills anyone in the vehicle and the person. So, you can't really run people over anymore. However, this doesn't really have an explosion effect or sound, it's just an explosion. So, that's a problem. So, I hope you enjoyed the mod. What I really need to finish it is for Spark Edit to work. So, we'll see what happens there. Alright, thank you.